and their radio had gotten wet, but their EPIRB floated and they were able to grab it, activate it, and that was a good outcome.
Tell me about one of your best EPIRB stories. Best, I want to say best because the life-saving story, but there could be a tragic one as well that you want to share.
Well, fortunately for those that activated their EPIRBs, there was a good end of the story, meaning that the EPIRB worked as it should. EPIRBs and personal locator beacons rely on satellites that orbit the Earth. So it doesn't need a cell phone tower. It doesn't need to be within line of sight to land. But the signal goes directly to the satellite and then to a rescue coordination center where they have pretty much your position pinpointed. There is a GPS signal that goes up with this contact, and the Coast Guard or the authority or the agency that's responding has a very good idea of where you are within feet, more or less. But we've had renters that there was a delivery, captain and two crew delivering a catamaran in California when a storm came up and the entire catamaran capsized upside down. They had no way of calling for help because their mast was now pointed toward the bottom, and their radio had gotten wet, but their EPIRB floated and they were able to grab it, activate it, and that was a good outcome. All three were rescued by helicopter, brought up in the litter basket that you see on some of these Coast Guard videos. It was terrifying for them. To see an effective rescue where the agencies work together, for example, in this case, BoatUS rented the EPIRB, the renter activated the EPIRB, the Rescue Coordination Center got the call, they directed Coast Guard assets, a helicopter pilot was summoned to the hangar, the helicopter lifted off, a Coast Guard rescue swimmer was lowered into the water, and then these people were lifted out by basket and taken to the local hospital. So it all worked out in the end, and they all worked together.